everyone! Happy New Year! And it's me. And I'm back. And it's not been a billion months. What? And I'm wearing sparkles. Do you see? Shiny. I really like this cardigan, but it's hand wash. Super annoying. I mean, I know I have to hand wash my, like, hand knitted stuff. What is this? I'm sorry. But it's, like, this is store-bought. I shouldn't have to hand wash it. But it's because it has these little, I think they're, like, glued on, to be honest, little sequiny, faceted plastic gemstone things. And they will pop off if I apparently put them in the washing machine. So it's fine. But anyway, what am I talking about sparkly cardigans for? How have you guys been? I hope you guys have had such a wonderful holiday season. And I hope that you were really safe last night. No drinking and driving. Uber is your friend. Or Lyft, or call your mom. Something like that. Whatever you gotta do. So just a little preemptive warning, because I'm sure it's going to happen. My kitchen is over here. I am boiling chicken, and I may have to jump up and take a look at it because it may start to overflow. So, just letting you know. Anyway, I am here. I'm recording a podcast kind of thing, / probably a podcast, because I actually have knitting and crafty stuff to show you. Who knew? So, I am really excited. I have missed you guys so much, and I know I've been really bad. I did not reply to the comments last time, but I did read them. I get the notices on my phone. I don't like replying on my phone because if I reply too many times, it treats me like I'm spamming, and then I have issues. So, and I haven't really been on my computer very much, except to pay bills. So, I'm sorry. I'm going to be better at that. I promise. And that's not a New Year's resolution. That's just, I'm just going to be better. I used to be better at it. I can do it again. Not a big deal. Except that, Do you see this? Okay. I'm sorry. It's uneven and it was bothering me. So I think it's best to let's just dive in. Let's just dive into what I have finished. Some whips. So I think I was still working on this last time, but I cannot remember. Anyway, it's just a basic hat. I did twisted 1x1 rib on the bottom and just knit it. And it's Knit Picks Brava worsted in camel heather, which was not a color that I liked, if you guys remember. But the hat's actually pretty nice. I wish the color showed up. It doesn't on my my screen, so I don't know if it does on video. And the lighting in here is not ideal. Just a little tangent from not even talking about this. When it comes to lighting, I have been working on getting my filming space better suited. I had to put some things on the walls to reflect light, because the walls are painted. I don't know if you can see this wall color here. It's horrible. And it's very dark. And I like light spaces, and so I got used to filming in light, bright spaces because I painted my walls, very light colors. And I can't paint these because I rent. And they will get mad at me if I do that. So I got these things to put on the walls to reflect right where I need it. And then I bought this other light. So I'm hoping it's going to work, because I've filmed things before and they just didn't look right, and I just couldn't put them up because I thought that they looked bad, quite frankly. And I was like, you can't see as well as you should. And anyway, so I'm working on the lighting situation so I can actually film things, and I should be able to film up there as well for these kinds of videos too. Right now I'm just hanging out down on the lower level. But anyway, so I finished the hat. Yay. It's gonna get donated here shortly. And then I made some gifts for people. These were the first two I did, and I did them wrong. So I've been working in a slightly different well, not slightly different, in a different department at my job. And so I'm working with different people, and it's actually a different location. Like physically, it's in a different site. So there are only 5 other people in the office there. So it's more like administrative, HR, recruiting kind of thing. So I made them coasters, and I found this pattern, and I apologize, I cannot remember the name of the person. I want to say it's one of like the bigger ones that like people know, and I can't think of the name. Oh, what is her name? Oh, she does all of the really cute things. I have to look it up. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared, clearly. I should have done this before. Coffee cup coaster crochet pattern. Let's see if that pulls it up. Okay, that looks familiar. Yes, repeat crafter me. See, you guys know who that is. I just could not remember her name. Anyway, she had these really cute coasters. Let me see if she has a picture if I can show you. So, oh, hello. Can you see that kind of? Yeah. Well, so I made one in like I made a bunch of different colors for people. I have not woven the ends on these. I misread the pattern, and I did, she tells you to do single crochet around, and for some reason I did slip stitches around, and they came out a little smaller because of that. And anyway. Oh, okay, hang on. Ah. Okay. It might have, sort of. I'm gonna have to clean the burners. Or not the burners, but like the one. So, yeah. Luckily, I have those like aluminum foil things you pop underneath the burners, the elements. So it looks like it's just on there, but we'll see. Oops. Cooking with Claudie. Okay, where was I at? Oh, coasters. Okay, so, yeah, I did slip stitches around the edging instead of single crochets, and they came out too small, so I ended up redoing them, and I made 5 different ones using just acrylic yarn. The brown on all of them is Red Heart. I want to say Red Heart Soft. And then I used, this is Red Heart Soft as well, the green. And then I had some Vanna's Choice from Lion Brand. And this, I'm pretty sure, is Knit Picks. It was like a special reserve variegated Brava thing they did. So, yeah. I did a variety of colors. And I made 5 of them. And well, actually I made 7 of them, but the other 2, or the other 5 are actually with people. And these 2 are with me. I'll probably leave in the ends and then just use them. And then I finished this hat, which I put on a mannequin head. I didn't for the other one, sorry. Oh my gosh, I really like how this came out. It is, I'm pretty sure it's just called Fair Isle Hat. It's from Yarn Inspirations. Let's see here. Do you guys hear that banging? Apartment Life. I think they're hanging, it sounds like they're hammering something on the wall. So it is, yes, it's just Fair Isle knit hat from Yarn Inspirations, but I used a modified chart instead of the chart that they gave you with the pattern. I used one, I found it on Ravelry, and the Ravelry user's name was HKCW Wong on Ravelry. So she had this pattern, and I really liked it better than the one that was sort of like diagonal stripes. And so I did this, and I used most of the yarn. I have enough to do a pom-pom. And yeah. Oh, the yarn is Karen X Pantone Strawberry Chill colorway. I'm glad I actually like have things written down. Just not everything. But yeah, I really like how it came out. It's really fun. This looks, my head looks massive next to this. It does fit on my head. Now, let's just talk about my stranded color work, shall we? So, it's not great. And it's just because I just don't do it very often. And to be honest, I didn't love it with this yarn. And I think it was because of my needle. I think if I had used bamboo needles, it would have been better. And I have more of this yarn, so I think I'm going to try it with bamboo to see if that helps, because it's just a little too slick. And I'm pretty sure this yarn, I want to say it's merino, nylon, and acrylic. And so it's just, I don't know. But anyway, it looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. I've made way worse Farrow hats. So it doesn't look too bad. I can tell, like, it's fine. And then the fun part is, let's look at my floats. They're not too bad. Like, I did catch them if it ran more than 4 stitches. Most of the time, there's a few spots. This is the seam. Right where the seam, or like where the start of the row was, I noticed that I probably should have caught those a little bit more. But anyway, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad for me. I have not blocked it yet either, too, so that probably would help. But, and I don't know, I think maybe it's my gauge, or maybe that's just how it is with Farrow, but when you do stretch it out, you can see the color that's being held behind it. I don't really know if I can show you. Not really, but I mean, maybe like on this blue here, you can maybe see. Can you see that? Maybe that's just how Farrow is. I don't know. I never paid attention, to be honest. Anyway, I really do like the hat. I like this colorway. I liked the order that I put the colors in too. I wanted them to be contrasting, because like if you put this red with this lighter red, it just, I don't know. The order that they had it on for the pattern, like the original, I'm gonna put that on there. On the original pattern, I reorganized it. And on their website, they actually have a thing where you can select the order of the, sorry, checking on my chicken. The order of the colors, so you can kind of see how it looks on the pattern, which is actually really cool part of that pattern making. I thought it was really, really fun. And it allowed me to sort of visualize it before actually starting. So, that's it for my finished items. I feel like I finished something else, but it was probably a gift and I probably forgot about it, so. Sorry. I'm still behind on my gift making. And my whip that you're going to see here in a minute. Yeah. It's a Christmas gift. What is today? The 1st? Okay. Anyway, I already warned her. I was like, you're going to get it late. Sorry. I have been working on a garland, a wood bead garland, and I don't have that with me, unfortunately. I have not finished it yet. I've got it, once it gets a certain point, it's quite heavy, and I have to like lay it out, and it keeps getting tangled, and so I didn't want to drag it over and show you guys, but I'm gonna work on it, and I might even, depending on how it turns out, I may do a tutorial on it, because I think I'm trying to figure out the best way to do like some ends and maybe a tassel. I don't know yet. So anyway, my other whip that I have to show you is in this bag from Fat Squirrel Fibers. It is like a holiday bag kind of thing. I mean, there are you know, some snowflakes on there. So it's holiday. And I got this 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember now, but I really like it. And inside, I really like it too. It's a Hitchhiker. Everybody knows and loves a Hitchhiker. And it's great. So, here it is. What? Here? Oh, more of it. Yes. Yes. That made me really pale. Yeah. So, as you can tell, I've got a good amount. I think I'm up to 35 or 6 points, or teeth, whatever you want to call it. These little guys. I'd have to count right now, and I'm not going to, but I think I'm at 36. So, and I think this is how much yarn I have left. Still a good amount. I don't think I'm gonna get all 42, but that's okay. I have made one with this yarn before, not this particular colorway, but with this yarn before, and I did not get, I got close. It was so close to having the pattern done, but I did not quite make it, and I don't think it's going to be, because this one I did yarn overs on every 8th row. So you can see there's little holes. The pattern is not written that way. The pattern is by Martina Ben, and yeah, it's a paid-for pattern. I think it's like $3 or $4, something like that. It's not very much, but it is really cute and well written, and I have hair on it, so I love this colorway. So it is, let's see, can you see? I hope it shows up the purple, because it has purple in it and it's gorgeous. It picks Stroll hand painted in the Lullaby colorway, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love how it came out. So I was wearing not a Hitchhiker, but it was another shawl that was shaped asymmetrically like this, where you start at one point and then you just kind of keep going until it gets bigger. And I was wearing it at work, and like my best friend at work was like, I really like that. And I was like, it's pretty great, right? And she was like, yeah. And I thought, ooh, okay, I know what I'm gonna get. I know what I'm gonna make her for Christmas, because she's gonna love it. Honestly, I would have given her the one off my neck, because it's not like I can't make more. But I didn't think the color would work with her as well, because it had some green in it, and like I cannot wear orange and yellow without looking a little jaundiced. Some people cannot wear, especially that particular shade of green, without having the same kind of thing. And I thought this would work better. And she wears a lot of red, so she's got black hair and like an olive complexion, and I thought this would work better, because she wears a lot of red and it would contrast against that, and with her like her coat. And anyway, I went through my yarn and was like, I thought this would work. And I will say this, the having the eyelet rows in there, it did break up a lot of the pulling. So in the other one I have, which I wish I had brought over here, there are distinct areas of pulling. You can see, I think there's at least 2 sections, if not 3, where you get to a certain point, and then of course like the color repeats and the amount of yarn you're using in the row sort of line up, and you see them, and you can kind of tell like it happened a little bit right there, but it's not nearly as noticeable as it was in the other one. And so I like that for that. And also the eyelets break it up a little bit, and I thought it would add a little bit of extra length if she wanted it, because I thought maybe she wanted to wrap it around, you know, a bunch of times. So anyway, there we go. And the needles, what are these needles? They're like the knockoff ones. What is that? Rouging. I bought sets of these a long time ago. They're knockoff Chow Goos. Not like the well, they're kind of like the red lace ones, but they have a bend in the tip, so it's more like the ChiaoGoo red before they did the red lace tips. And it has that cabled cord. I love them. And look, I have ChiaoGoo needles too, so, but this, I had every size. And so that said a 9, which is, it's a 5, a US 5. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So that's what I'm doing. So it's not making a really dense, fabric, but it's a shawl, so I didn't really want it to be too dense. And that is all of my whips. Yay! And then when it comes to acquisitions, I've been really pretty good, which I'm continuing into this year of my just being aware of what I already have, the fact that I don't need to buy a bunch more. But we had a gift exchange at work, and one of the women there gave me yarn. So I'm going to show you that. So in town, the only real yarn store we have is Hobby Lobby. And she went there and got me some beautiful colors. And she was talking about, she's like, it's really hard to buy, like, pick out colors for people because I have no idea. And you wear a lot of black. What? No. So she got this. It's just, I love this chunky. And I've used this yarn before. It's pretty nice to work with. It is 100% acrylic, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. And does it say, or does it give the, I mean, it's a chunky weight, I guess, but I'm trying to think. Usually it will tell, oh, the color, I was looking for the color. The color is Plum Garden. And it is, they have a little picture on there of what it should work up, I guess, at the gauge of, looks like knitted, is that knitted? Yeah. 12 stitches across, 16 rows high. So cute. And then she got me, I love this yarn, super soft print, and the Orange Burst colorway. And honestly, this colorway is beautiful. It's 5 ounces, 100% acrylic. This colorway is, I hope that it shows. This is going to be beautiful. I think this might become something for my niece. She does love a lot of green. That's her favorite color, but I think this will work for her. I need to see if I need to figure out yardage and things, but I think it's going to work. And then she got me another I Love This yarn. This is another print, and this is Strawberry Jam. It's the colorway, and it's, what is that called? Marled? See that? It's really pretty. It's a lot more reds and pinks. A little bit of white in there, but for the most part, reds and pinks. And then she got me a neutral, which is, sorry, my thing was talking to me. It's Crafter's Secret, and it is 97% acrylic, 3% viscose, 5 ounces. Did I tell you guys the yardage? This is 252 yards. This was 109 yards, 252 yards, and 252 yards. This is 252 yards. Does it have a colorway? Pearl Flex. So it's like a tweed. It's really pretty. And I think it would be, I think it actually would pair really nicely with this. I'm not sure, because the tweed stuff is mostly, there's a little bit of brown, but it's mostly black. And so I think it might look almost speckled, which I think, given the little picture they have on here of like a scarf and hat that they made, I think it would work, maybe. I don't know, I might have to do a swatch. But I thought that was really sweet, and she did well on the colors, because let's be honest, despite the fact that I pretty much exclusively wear black most days, I do love color. So she did great. So thank you for that. She found out I had a YouTube channel and she started watching. So Thank you. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for what I've been doing and like yarn content and all that good stuff. So give me just a second. I'm going to check on the chicken, make sure it's not boiling over again. Be right back. Yay, no more messes. So I guess just life stuff. So I've been working a lot. I did have last week off for this last week. I worked yesterday, I had today off, and then I work Tuesday through Saturday. So lots of work, which is fine. Yeah, I've just been keeping busy with work and just with doing stuff. The holiday season's always kind of hectic, I guess, just because there's so much stuff to try to cram in, and then, you know, there have been get-togethers and dinners and all of that, which is great, but it is a lot. So, I'm going back to my regular schedule starting tomorrow. I don't know when it's going to change again, but I'm sure it will. So yeah. Well, I know it'll change in February if it doesn't change before then. I do know that. So, I've just been trying to sleep, make sure I get rest, and try not to overdo it. On my week off, I was like going to get so much stuff done, and then I got sick. I picked up something from someone, so I spent a good 3 days just on the couch sleeping. And like just going upstairs like at bedtime because I was like, well, it's time to go to bed. I knew I was sick because I didn't wake up until it was like 2 o'clock or something crazy. And I was like, okay. And I went to bed pretty early too, so I was like, okay, I'm clearly sick. I mean, not despite, but I didn't really need the other evidence. But yeah. So, but I feel way better now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all to report, I guess. The end of the year is here. Oh, I'm planning on doing a video about my crafting goals, and so I'll probably go ahead and record it, and then I may not put it up until tomorrow. I hope I'll get this up today. If not, then I'll get it up tomorrow, and then the next will be the next day. It'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be doing the January cure. I did that last year. And while, of course, like right after January, my world sort of got flipped upside down, doing that actually really did make a big difference, especially when I had to like pack up everything. I had already went through so much, so it did help. And so I'm going to be doing that again. If you're not familiar, it is, it's a monthly thing where apartmenttherapy.com, they send you out, well, you don't have to get the emails, but I choose to get the emails. They send you out daily emails with a task. And then on Friday, they send you out one that's for the weekend. Since my schedule, I'm generally am off Sundays and Mondays. I'm going to be tweaking my calendar a little bit to accommodate that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been doing pretty well when it comes to like setting everything up here, but there are just a couple of problem areas, and then of course some other stuff I would maybe like to just redo. For instance, the bookcases behind me. This stuff has been here since I unpacked, and it's barely moved. So, you know, I think it's time to just kind of move things around a little bit and maybe, I don't know, just reorganize, rebeautify, all of that fun stuff. So, I hope you guys are doing really well, and I will be making more videos. Are you excited? I'm so excited. I guess I just really honestly, my craft mojo, which is like the term people use, but basically, I was making myself do stuff, but I really wasn't feeling it. I was doing it because of habit, not really because I wanted to. And that's never good. Like, that's not good. And so now that I feel like, I'm like, okay. Which granted took me having this like, oh, I didn't even mention that. So I had this lovely illness befall on me. Not really an illness so much as like my body was like, what are you doing? And my hormones went out of control. Like they were crazy. And I ended up, I had to go to the doctor a bunch. I ended up in the hospital. I had to take a bunch of time off work. It was so not good. It was so not good. And this year I'm going to have to, follow up with more doctors and make sure it does not happen again because, like, it was really bad. And I get a little emotional to think about it because it was, when stuff gets so bad that, like, I can't go to work, that is bad. It's not like, oh, I've got the flu and I don't want to, like, infect people. It's like, oh no, because I have zero control of my body, and if this happens and I can't go to work because of this, what if I can never go back to work? The fear, the anxiety, fun times. So, luckily, after seeing, I went to, I think I did 2 doctors, a hospital, and then a different doctor. Is that right? I don't know. Right at the end of the year too. So many people in my face. And the ER experience was not great. Yeah, I had to go to the emergency room. It was fun times. But anyway, I'm much better now. I might talk about that later. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't really know if it's a crafting podcast kind of topic, but if you guys are interested, I guess I'll share. I don't really care to put it out there, but anyway. So that happened, and when that happened, I was stuck at home. I literally could not leave my house. And because of that, that's when, like, the crafting came back. I think because I just had, I think I was just like, I was bored with watching stuff on Netflix. I was bored with playing games. I was bored. I was just so bored. And everybody else was at work or doing what they had to do or whatever. So, like, I was at home most of the time. It was just me. Like, no, like, some people came to visit. They did. But for the most part, it was just me in this house. And so I started, like, doing stuff again. And I felt it. Like, I was like, oh, yay. Oh, it's back. It's back. It's back. I didn't want to be too optimistic about it, but it's still here. So, yay. And so, and I think when that started to come back up, I was like, dude, you've got to get on YouTube again. Like, what are you doing? So I will definitely be a more active presence here, and I will reply to comments, and I will, I'll be actually watching videos. Speaking of videos, I have watched videos here and there. I just haven't been doing it very consistently. But if you have not done so already, go over to the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast here on YouTube. I think she does it on iTunes as well, but I watch on YouTube. And she did a bonus episode, which she called, it was like Getting to Knitworthy or something like that, where she talked about body image and a lot of issues that we as women have, and sometimes we put it on ourselves and also from external sources as well. And it honestly, it was a good thing to listen to, and of course, I adore her. So she, she's her usual self. It's just not like a typical knitting podcast. Like, she doesn't talk really about projects or anything like that. So go watch that if you think that sounds interesting to you. And I'll put links and everything in the show notes, which will be linked in the description bar, unless you're watching this on my website already, and then it will be down below the video. Yeah, so I really hope that you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.